I want to first obviously thank everyone for coming out here today and joining us. This is a beyond exciting time. You know, a couple of weeks ago I shared with my employees when we first got the red vest right inside the store that there was 2 times in my life where I got, chills or goosebumps, so to speak. When I hear the national anthem and when both my kids were born, and in that very moment when we gave those red vests. Well, I just want to add a 4th time. Right now, if you don't have goosebumps, those chills of pride of what we've accomplished over the past couple months, you need to look at that. Because it is a big deal, okay? And I'm standing here and goosebumps throughout my body, so I first wanted to cover that. And by the way, my name is Frank Guidry. I'm the store manager here at Lowe's in Washington, D.C. Thank you. As you can see, we really have a beautiful store here in D.C. But you may not know, or you may know that Lowe's actually began more than 60 years ago in one store in Wilkesboro, North Carolina. And now we have over 1,845 stores across North America, employing more than 265,000 employees from North America, Canada, and Mexico. And we are beyond pleased to be opening up our newest store here in Washington, D.C. In fact, it represents more than a $16.5 million investment that our company put to put this store here, which will equal huge returns for D.C., the community, and ultimately helping customers love where they live. This will not only help customers with their home improvement needs, but it will bring a boost to local tax base and provide approximately, as of today, 140 new jobs, the majority of which are full-time positions. Lowe's. One thing at Lowe's, one of many things, is that we're committed to being a good neighbor in the communities that we serve, and we look forward to being everyone's neighbor here. We know that improving the communities and supporting the causes we do business and where our employees are from is an investment in all of our futures. And that's how we have to look at it. There's going to be good days and bad days, but what we do now will pay off in the future. At each store opening, it's custom that we select an organization and a charity within the community that we provide them a grant with. And the grant is $2,500 in donation representing our commitment to the community. And so now I'd like to take a moment to make a special presentation to Goodwill of Greater Washington.
Thank you, Frank, and good morning, everyone. Congratulations.
Good morning. Thank you.
So on behalf of Goodwill of Greater Washington, I would like to officially welcome Lowe's to the neighborhood. My name is Janice Cleben. I am the Vice President for Development for Goodwill of Greater Washington. And I have to tell you guys, personally, as a resident of Ward 5, my husband is eager to welcome Lowe's to the neighborhood. So, Goodwill of Greater Washington has been serving the district in the Greater Washington region since 1935, providing job training and employment opportunities to people with disabilities and disadvantages. And since that time, we've affected the lives of more than 50,000 people. Now, since Lowe's opened, thank you. So I will tell you, since Lowe's started, even in the early stages of Lowe's coming here, you guys have always proven yourself as a great neighbor. We had Sharina and Jacqueline come out early on to talk with my colleague Roma to see how we could work together, how we could be great neighbors together, and we're continuing those conversations. And now I am honored that Lowe's is now an investor in Goodwill's mission. Thank you so very much. I look forward to us continuing to work together, working with Frank and Allison and all of you on how we can continue to improve our community and make it a better place for Ward 5 residents to live and to work. Thank you so very much, and congratulations.
the Goodwill is a great partnership. And as she mentioned, right from the beginning, before the store even broke ground, we were already starting to build that relationship. And in fact, we want to thank all community leaders who helped make our new plans a reality. And in fact, I would like to take a moment and an opportunity to introduce Council Member for Ward 5, Kenyan McDuffie, and invite him up here to share a few remarks. Thank you, sir.
I want to ask some of my Ward 5 residents, we got a number of commissioners who are here, civic association leaders, to come stand right here with us. Because Ward 5 is a family.
It is.
And we're here today, and we're delighted to be here today because we want to welcome Lowe's into the Ward 5 family. Let's give them a round of applause. This day is a long time in coming. You've got a lot of folks throughout the city, Frank, and the folks at Lowe's who've been wanting to see the doors open right here at Lowe's, wanted to be a part of this wood cutting this morning, wanted to help celebrate those 140 new jobs that are now here in the District of Columbia. I want to thank Mayor Bowser and prior mayors who have worked so hard to make this day possible. I want to thank Michelle Hagins, whose vision has helped to make this day possible. I want to thank all the folks who are standing right here beside me and behind me, who represent Ward 5 on a daily basis, who've pushed to make sure that we expand amenities right here in Ward 5, who've helped to make sure that today we're going to continue to stop some of the retail leakage that is headed up New York Avenue and headed down 295 and Route 50, so that we can capture some of those dollars right here in the District of Columbia, right here in Ward 5. I want to thank all of these folks for being a part of that. Now, in Ward 5, we like to stand together, and so I've been asking around, trying to see if we had any Ward 5 residents who are donning those beautiful red vests today with their names on it. There we go. Show of hands. There we go. We got some Ward 5 residents. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. The economic opportunities that are created when a corporation like Lowe's opens its doors are absolutely phenomenal. And this is exactly what we need here in the District of Columbia. Frank mentioned that they started out as a small hardware store back in 1946 and have grown to be the second largest home improvement retailer in the world. And to have them open their doors right here in the District of Columbia speaks to that commitment, speaks to the investment that they're making here in the city, and the fact that they're hiring our residents makes it all the more better. And so I'm so excited to be here to represent Ward 5, to be a part of today's celebration, and it gives me honor to introduce the next person who is going to speak because he is donning one of those red vests today. He is employed by Lowe's, and he is a lifelong Ward 5 resident. He's a 1981 graduate of McKinley Tech High School. That's right. So if you all would help on this chilly day, me give a warm round of applause and a welcome to Ward 5's own Tyree Wood. Tyree, where are you?
Thank you, Mr. McDuffie. I appreciate that. Yes, and thank you. And I'd like to welcome everybody here today for being here. I'd like to all the council members. We appreciate you here at the family of Lowe's, and we hope to be a part of this community for a long time. We'd like to build a relationship with everybody here. As you mentioned, I grew up in Washington, D.C. I graduated in 1981, and I've seen a lot of changes for the positive in this city. And this facility at Lowe's is one of those positive changes. It will be a large part of our community, and we really look forward to all of you coming in to see us, and not only just to do shopping, but build a relationship, build some friendships. This is what we're here to do. We're here to serve you in this community. So I also like to thank Mayor Bowser for her diligence in seeing this project through and making opportunities to make this city reach its potential. And I'm glad to be a part of that. So I would like at this time to introduce our Mayor Muriel Bowser. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, good morning, Ward 5. And good morning, Lowe's. Let's give our new associates in our brand new retail a big Ward 5 in Washington, D.C. welcome. I'm so happy to be here with all of you, and I want to join you, Council Member, in thanking the leadership here of Ward 5 for always demanding more, holding us accountable, and making sure we deliver high-quality retail to the residents of Ward 5 and all of Washington, D.C. I want to thank you, Councilmember Orange, because I know you were a part of the early Washington, D.C. delegations that went to Las Vegas to the retail conference and started ringing the bell for Washington, talking about our disposable incomes here, talking about our great neighborhoods here, talking about the great employees here, and how the residents of Washington would support retail in every corner of our city. And this Fort Lincoln has been in the works for a lot of years, and now we see a lot of great new Ward 5 residents who live here. And I don't know about you, anytime I come to shop here, I can have a community meeting at the store. At the store, among the employees and among the shoppers. So let me just acknowledge Carlos Davis, who is the president of Woodridge South, and Francis Penn, the president of the 5D CAC, and Michael Clark, the president of Edgewood Civic, and Lillian Griffin, a member of the Fort Lincoln Civic Association, and Kathy Henderson of ANC 5D, and Commissioner Looper, the new ANC commissioner for this area. Hey, you already delivered a brand new store. Congratulations, Commissioner. Jackie Manning of ANC 5C and Gail Brevard, also of ANC 5C. And if I've missed any of the Ward 5 commissioners, we want to give them a big round of applause because they're working hard and they're volunteers for all of us. I also want to say thank you to who I call the big deal team in Washington, D.C., and that's my deputy mayor and his staff in the deputy mayor's office for planning and economic development. Deputy Mayor Brian Kenner, thank you for your leadership. And Council member already told us what we're really talking about here. 150 jobs for D.C. residents. Yay! We know we've added also, and we heard this, Commissioner Looper, a lot from your constituents, is we've improved the travel lanes among the shopping center, and we hope that's going to have an immediate impact on neighbors. Eventually, there will be 25 units of housing here, over 430,000 square feet of retail, and 1,200 jobs for D.C. residents in this entire complex. And that's a good thing. And Councilmember McDuffie, I know you're also proud of that there's more coming. So when we have Costco and we have Lowe's, other people want a piece of that action. And so we know we'll have a Dick's Sporting Goods, a PetSmart, and a Marshall's. So this complex is 90% leased. So I hear I'm cutting a board. So let's get to it. So the store manager, where are you, store manager? Frank and Donald. There's Frank. Everybody look at Frank because he's in charge. He's going to make sure we have the best customer service. Yay! The best selection. Yay! And at anything we need, we're going to have at our D.C. Lowe's. Thanks, Frank. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And as we slide over, I want to give one more thanks to Councilmember Orange as well. I neglected to mention him, but he was right there years ago at the International Center for Shopping Centers advocating for corporations like Lowe's to relocate here. So I want to give Councilmember Orange a round of applause. And one more person who's not here, who's been a fierce advocate for this neighborhood for decades, is former Commissioner Bob King. He couldn't be here today, but I wanted to give him a special recognition for all his work as well. Sir.
Hey, no, sir, you gotta move. You gotta move.
Come on.
You can't sit there. You're blocking their way. Wait a minute, Mayor.
Calm down, Tom.
All right.
Well, we want to see the document.
Store 3256.
Yes. No, not yes.
Stand by. Wait, stand by.
Okay, now that we've held our traditional board cutting ceremony, obviously I want to thank everyone again for coming out and being a part of this moment, and hopefully this moment will stick with you for time to come. And we now invite you to, if you haven't been through our store, check it out. It's new, it's improved, it's got all the latest and greatest things as requested, and we will continue to provide that outstanding customer service that each and every one of my employees understand and live through in their purpose. Thank you.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me.